What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. One of my subscribers sent me a video link. And the video link was to a Raza podcast. And he was like, hey, go to this minute and check this out, right? And I went there, and it had to do with... I don't want to say. I take that back. I don't want to say, right? And after that part, it went to another part of the video, and that's the part I want to talk about. It went to where the guy that runs this page, this podcast, was talking about a former friend and coworker. And he was talking about how that former coworker didn't want certain rappers on, didn't want certain rappers promoted. And then he got into the specifics about a specific rapper that's pretty respected in just about every circle. And he said that his former coworker didn't want that dude to be shown on their podcast, on their page, because this dude was saying because that rapper had been with this coworker's lady. And the other two podcasters, they were guests, I guess. I don't know. I know one of them was a guest. And the amount of comadreism that just oozed out of them at that moment. Look, I'm 51 years old, Holmes. And, you know, I'm from that era where men were men and women were proud of it. You know what I'm saying? And when listening to that, I said, damn. If this ain't the definition of gossip. At one point, one of them said, the guest, I don't know what the other one was a guest, the one that was on the middle couch. But this sentence actually came out of a man's mouth.
Tell me word for word what he said.
I said, holy shit. Holy shit, is Biden still president? What the what? And the vato whose page it was, he said, like, look, I don't even want to talk about this stuff, Holmes, but I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm glad I don't have a big circle anymore, man. You know, when I had a big circle, I was handling other people's business. I was going to jail a whole lot. I was committing a lot of acts of violence because of other people. And when I see a podcast like that, I'm like, the vato on the right, whose podcast it was, whose page it is, he seemed like a firme dude. The dude in the middle, he was like kind of cool. The other one, Holmes, on the left, like I'm used to, he ain't all there, Holmes. And I felt like, Raza, we got to do better. We got to do better, Holmes. Like, I look for fucking Raza podcasts. Like, to get everybody like, hey, Holmes, check this out, eh? Ah, man, Holmes. It's just a trip, man. It's funny how Gunner and I are like the most hated and the most loved. But Gunner and I don't do all the, hey, let me tell you something about this gossip shit. If vatos think that we don't get phone calls and DMs from vatos about all these guys, they got the game fucked up. Gunner and I hear so much stuff, man, about all these hardcore ass vatos. And we keep it pushing. And then we turn around, or I turn around. Let me speak for myself. I turn around and I see this today, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I saw a short today, and it was Krusty Neck and Palabra Chafa, right? And Palabra Chafa and Krusty Neck were actually, this short was a good short. It had to do with the way of the world now, the way things are. And they were talking about how vatos are fucking smack back or smoking that fan or whatever they're doing. And they have tents and nobody's pushing them off. The judas ain't telling them, man, you got to get the, all that, right? Feed me. And then in Palabra Chafa, he was talking about how vatos are coming out of the joint now after doing 20 years or more, and they're like, what is all this? And that he's and Palabra Chafa is like, hey, Holmes, welcome to America nowadays. This is how it is. So, you know, these dudes get babied, this and this and that. And I'm listening to it, and I was like, this is not a bad short. Up until the point where Opina, and he didn't say nothing wrong. Opina said, they're even giving these vatos EBT. And what do you think Palabra Chafa did right after that? Palabra Chafa, the guy that said he was quitting YouTube because he was tired of the negativity and the drama, what do you think he said next? He did exactly what he always does. And the reason why his channel can't win. He brought up Swifty Blue being, yeah, like that rapper. And then they put up a picture of Swifty Blue, and that's how it ends. It was such a good short until he once again fired at a homie. One of his homies. Whether they're beefing or not. He quit YouTube because of the drama. Everything he said, he talk about me, talk about Gunner, talk about Swifty. It's weird, man. They don't make them like they used to. Definitely don't. You know, Palabra Chafa would love for me to say his name because he keeps saying mine. Charlie, get your shitty ass views. But you can't be the guy that says that you're retiring because of the drama, and then all you do is talk about other people. Bring something to the table, Holmes. Raza, every platform, bring something to the table. Bring some new ideas. Bring something that we can all get behind. Stop letting your ego ruin your channels. It's crazy to me. But I'm telling you, I had no intentions of doing a video like this. Excuse me. But when I saw this, and you know, I saw the Palabra Chafa and Krusty Neck one, and I was like, fuck it. Same thing every day with things too. But then when I saw the other one, and I was like, God, that's the definition of gossip. The giggling and the...
Tell me every word that they said.
Like, what? Tell me every word. Motherfucker, next time be there, Holmes. Be part of the conversation. Fuck you mean? I don't know. That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.